Our guest today is Angie Leisman. She is with Crisis Connection, the victim advocate and group facilitator for sexual assault group that is starting. Angie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a victim advocate at Crisis Connection. I graduated from USI with a bachelor's in social work, and I have been with Crisis Connection since 2004. And I really enjoy the work that I do, and I enjoy meeting the clients that I meet.
Very good. Then you're here for a group that you're forming on sexual assault. Can you tell us about that group?
Yes, the group was created to help victims of sexual assault, and what we do is I put this group together with materials that are geared to help the victims kind of resolve the issues that have occurred because of the sexual assault. So basically, the group helps them deal with anger, guilt, flashbacks, nightmares, just all kinds of other issues. Sometimes they just dealing with life after a sexual assault can be very different than what it used to be. Healing from sexual assault is hard work, and it takes a lot of inward searching on a survivor's part to get past the issues that haunt them. So group facilitates that process by giving guidance and a plan of action to do that task of healing.
It seems, would seem to be difficult for somebody to, this is in a group, to come forward and, having been sexually abused. Or it seems to me, how do you get these people to come forward?
Sometimes they are already clients of ours. Other times the therapist will refer them. Sometimes just they will call in on their own seeking assistance, and sometimes a group is something that they want to do just so they know that they're not the only victim out there. It really does help them to connect to someone else who's been through it.
I guess that is, the togetherness as a group is probably one of the major healing factors from sexual abuse.
Yes, it is. They get to share their stories, they get to share their pain, and they get to laugh too in group, because I try to make it fun for them, just so that, when you're dealing with feelings and hurt and pain, you have to have some kind of stress relief. So if you make group fun, that really helps.
What are some of the coping techniques in this process?
Well, we do collages. Sometimes we'll do like a little, in the past I've done like a nature walk. I've taken them out, and if they want to, they'll go kick a tree. It seems to help. I mean, you get all that anger out. It really does make a difference in your life if you deal with it and get it out instead of holding on to it.
Well, I think you have to vent your feelings somewhere, some way, sometime.
Yeah, you do.
And that's the way to do it. It's okay with you that's the way to take care
of it. I encourage it, as long as they're not going to hurt themselves. I don't want to get the ambulance involved, but yeah, it works out really well.
Then, in this group, about how many people are in this group?
It varies. It's not a large group usually. I think at the most I've had 4. So it's a small group, but if it would be a whole lot bigger than that, I don't think that we would have the connection that we do.
With it.
Yeah.
Participants have some kind of workbook that they follow or that you go with, or
yes, they have a workbook that I've put together, and it helps them work through things. It talks about developing coping skills, developing support systems along their friends and their family, along with whoever they can kind of bond with in the support group. So it kind of helps them find out who they can connect with, and then it helps them identify coping skills such as writing or journaling or going to kick the tree that they can use. And then along with that, it also helps them write about their experience. And it's kind of like their Bible. because it really does get them started on that healing process, because it gets them thinking about things that they normally wouldn't think about. It asks the hard questions that, sometimes people aren't normally going to ask you. Like, a family member is not going to ask you to write about your sexual assault, but, writing about it sometimes really does help facilitate getting those feelings and emotions out, and that's really a good starting process.
That's probably a good way of getting the emotion out.
Yeah.
People that participate, do they sometimes have to take more than one session?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I'll have members that will come back, and they can see themselves grow from that, because at first they may not fill out one section, but then the next time around they'll fill out more sections than they did the first time, because it's really a process, and healing doesn't happen overnight, so they really have to be ready and set their own pace. So if they can't do one exercise during one group, then they can maybe do it the next. So.
Is there a charge for the participants?
No. The sexual assault support group and the women's domestic violence group are free. So there's no charge. It's confidential. And they just basically have to step up and say, hey, I want some help, or I need some help. Can you help me? And we get them started.
How can people who need this kind of service, or if people know somebody that needs this, how do they go about contacting Crisis Connection?
They can call our office. The number there is 482-1555. Or they can call our 24-hour hotline, and that number is 1-800-245-4580. Or they can log on to our website, and the website is www.crisisconnectioninc.org, and they can send us an email from that if they are wanting to get into a group, or if they're just wanting some counseling. They can contact us any of those three ways. And we strongly encourage any victim out there to contact us, just to have some kind of support, just to kind of get a little bit of guidance as to what kind of steps to do, because it's not easy leaving a situation, and it's definitely not easy being a survivor of a sexual assault.
Is there anything else, Angie, that you would like to cover on the subject?
Okay. On our website, you can find the sex offender registry, you can find legal advocacy services, and there's other links that you can find on the website. If there's any questions, you can look on our website, maybe you can find an answer. If not, you can call us. The number is 482-1555. And if anyone is interested in joining the sexual assault support group, please feel free to call me. My name is Angie, and the phone number is 482-1555. That's the Jasper office number. And we do have Perry County and Spencer County numbers as well, and they're in the book.
Angie, thank you for being our guest.